We had a steam turbine trip twice. Both times it happened when the operator was doing a changeover of the control oil pump while the turbine was running. The first thing I checked was the alarm log. I wanted to see what triggered the trip. And this is where it got interesting. As you can see here, the turbine tripped, but there is no process alarm before it. Nothing on high temperature, no vibration alarm, no low lube oil alarm. The trip came with no warning at all. That told me immediately this was a mechanical trip. The turbine's mechanical overspeed, or hydraulic trip system, acted directly, bypassing the PLC entirely. No alarm is generated because the protection is hardwired. It doesn't go through the control system. Next, I pulled the process trends. I wanted to see exactly what was happening to the control oil system at the moment of the trip. Look at this. Right here. As soon as the operator initiated the pump changeover, the control oil pressure climbs above normal operating range. The trip follows almost immediately after. The normal operating pressure for the control oil system sits in a defined band. During the changeover with both pumps momentarily active, the pressure spiked above that band. That spike is what caused the trip. Now, I knew the pressure went high, but I needed to understand the exact mechanism. Why would high control oil pressure cause a trip? I didn't have the answer off the top of my head, so I went to the OEM manual. This is where I want to show you something useful. Instead of spending an hour reading through a 6,000-page turbine manual, I loaded the OEM manual into Google NotebookLM. NotebookLM is a free AI tool that lets you upload documents and then ask questions directly against that content. I uploaded the Turbine OEM manual here as a source. You have to add it in volumes because of the size limits in NotebookLM. Now watch what happens when I ask it a specific question. The question I asked was, what will happen to the turbine if the control oil pressure exceeds the normal operating pressure while the turbine is running? Look at that answer. It explains clearly that when control oil pressure rises above the set point, the hydraulic trip mechanism activates and shuts the turbine down. It's a safety function built into the trip system design. But the important part is this. It doesn't just give me a generic answer. It cites the exact page from the manual. I can click on that citation and it takes me straight to the relevant section. Right there in the OEM documentation. That is the root cause backed by the manufacturer's own documentation. The control oil pressure exceeded the trip set point during the pump changeover, and the hydraulic trip system did exactly what it was designed to do. The reason I made this video is not just to explain this particular trip, it's to show how you can use a tool like NotebookLM on any equipment problem where you have a manual. Load the manual. Ask a specific question about what you observed. Get an answer with a citation. Go to that page and verify it yourself. That's it. We have OEM manuals for every major piece of equipment in this plant. Most of the time, when something goes wrong, the answer is already in one of those documents. NotebookLM makes it practical to find that answer in minutes rather than hours. Another cool thing is that it can generate cool and informative infographics that you can use for explanations. Give it a try next time you're investigating a fault. Upload the relevant manual, describe what you saw, and ask. You might be surprised how quickly you get to the answer.